Hello and welcome back. It's me, and today we're going to talk about video game armor systems. And today, for the first time, we will be playing the Keeper. Okay, what a start. So, the goal for today, as with the previous episodes, is twofold. I am aiming for the Hush and also the chest. Nice! That is actually really big for going for, the Hush. And a golden poop immediately. That is very, very good for me. If you don't know anything about the Keeper, then just know that the Keeper starts out as a rather difficult character, one of the harder ones, certainly, because I don't have actual health, I have money. Nice. That's pretty good, I guess. But there are 3 different quote-unquote upgrades that I can get as the Keeper. Should I have saved that until I needed it? Perhaps. Perhaps. There are 3 different upgrades I can get by beating Isaac, Satan, and Hush in order to make the Keeper a much easier, more manageable character. So, that is in part why I decided on tackling the chest and Hush first in this order, in going through the characters like this. I was thinking ahead, you see. And yeah, we'll just go straight in. Do I intentionally take damage? Mayhap. Mayhap I do. Mayhap. Although, damage also scares me. I am expecting maybe a restart or 2. Because, again, Keeper is difficult until I get those upgrades in. Particularly the one from beating Isaac. That is the main upgrade that makes the Keeper much more manageable, and that is a lot of speed. Don't push it too far. Okay. Well, I got a bomb out of it, so that's neat. Yes, so today's topic is video game armor systems. Why? Because I felt like it, that's why. And it's off the cuff, I'm not feeling too great, I did not get much sleep last night. Fair warning. But, I think it's an interesting topic. I have looked into it a little bit in the past. I am familiar somewhat with aspects of game design myself. Not that I've ever made a game myself, but that I've certainly thought about it. And it's one of the more interesting and nuanced facets, to me at least. The main 2 examples, the main 2 quintessential examples, if you will, of video game armor systems that I'm going to talk through, as strange as this may sound, are going to be Minecraft and Terraria. I think those 2 games together provide the gist of how different video game armor systems work and what makes them work. Lost Fly is pretty good, I gotta admit. I'm getting a lot of keys. I like it. Yes, yes. Come on, come on. Get over here. What are you doing? There we are. I don't know. I'm hoping for the rock. As long as I keep getting bombs back out of it, I suppose there's no downside. And not even a single penny. I am well aware that I have -2 luck as the Keeper. Please, restrain yourself. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Whoa. Come on. Nice. That doesn't help me very much at all, because I can't get extra health. I'll accept the extra bombs, though, and then I'll take this. Oh, I can get 1 extra heart. Oh. Huh. See, normally, from what I recall anyway, I mean, I know that is the reward for beating Hush, is that you permanently start with 3 coin heart containers. I just thought you couldn't get 3 at all until you beat Hush. I didn't realize you could get it early. Is that a more recent change that I'm just unaware of? Perhaps. Perhaps. Anyway, armor systems in video games. So, not all games have armor systems. Obviously, I mean, not all games have health, either, or damage. But games that do have health or damage usually have armor systems. The Binding of Isaac, notably, does not. As you can tell. That is nice. That is very nice. I wish I could get those. The closest that the Binding of Isaac itself really comes to is possibly the wafer, because that is a sort of damage resistance. It's damage reduction, mainly, you know? It sets all damage received on the current floor to... well, on all floors, actually, to 1/2 heart at most. Finally, some pennies. Ooh, and that is gonna help me a lot, honestly. I'm debating whether or not I should leave that coin there, but, you know, I took it anyway, so whatever. I'm hoping to go back and buy that tarot cloth, because it's a good item. What can I say? Except you're welcome. But if... anyway, yeah, so Isaac doesn't really have one of those systems in it. Come on, give me money. Give me more money. Just possibly 1 more penny. Possibly. I know I have -2 luck. But come on. Come on. Oh. Isaac doesn't really have it, but plenty of other games do have armor systems. And armor mechanics work typically one of just 2 ways, or some combination of both. Ooh. Ooh, very nice, very nice. Ooh, very nice. No! You smelly! Well, at least my dead bird is gonna get him. If you want to reduce the damage that a player takes, or even that an enemy takes, from an incoming attack, there are typically 2 ways to do it. You either subtract a flat amount of damage off of the incoming damage, or you reduce it by some scalar. You divide it, essentially. Say by 3 or 4 or what have you. Nice. I almost accidentally went down. Oh, great, this guy. I am seriously considering waiting, or continuing to explore the floor, rather, in order to try and get just 2 more pennies. That's all I ask, is just 2 more pennies. Get him! Poison him! What are you doing? There. Thank you. I have a surprising amount of keys for being the keeper, but I'll take it. Anyway, those are the 2 basic mechanisms. Not surprising, not surprising. Oh, I can't enter... oh, that would have been a great place to look. And, of course, there are combinations. Take Terraria, for example. Now, I didn't look up how... I hate you. I didn't look up how they relate. Oh, I got my bomb back. Yay. And I have enough money. Yay. I didn't look at the order of operations, basically. Yeah, that's not worth it. Probably. So, Terraria's main form of damage reduction comes from your armor system. No thank you. I'm not interested in taking random pill effects. So a different set of armor and accessories may provide a different armor score, and that essentially gives you a flat damage reduction, although you will still receive at minimum 1 damage received from every attack. I will go down here. Bye-bye mushroom, I guess. Whoa. Oh, okay. Not bad, not bad. I want the brain worm. Money I can do with. So it subtracts off some damage, and then there are also a variety of damage reduction buffs, or even some damage increase debuffs, that are available to the player through, again, the buff system. And actually, a bit of a side note, but Terraria uses the buff system for a lot of different mechanics, and some of them are kind of odd choices, if you ask me, but I understand it because it's ultimately a 2D game, so the UI is gonna be a little strange in some regard. But yeah, you'll have things that would typically be handled by, like, a stamina system, but Terraria doesn't actually have stamina. Instead, it just has a few items that have stamina-like effects and cooldowns. And then it's... Oh, any semblance of stamina is just handled through the buff system with various cooldowns being applied. And it's odd, but it works. And I am glad I went here first. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Turn your enemy is pretty good. But so is that guy. Because as the keeper, I don't have much in the way of dealing with enemies around me. Oh, I don't know. This is a tough choice. I think I'll go with the demon baby, though. Yeah. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Oh, a bomb that I can't pick up. Whoa, okay. Alright, he's down. Hey, get back up. You smelly. I couldn't tell which way you were going because you were following my fly, my stupid little fly. I love that fly so much. Are those graphics new? I think they are. I don't remember the eyes with the pennies on them bulging out like that. But nice. That's good. This is wonderful. Whoa. No. Well, not terrible, but no. Oh, I could get a very nice chance of... Yeah, I think I will. Sorry, bud. Bye-bye. No, no, no. Okay, well, you know, I got +1 bomb from that, and, of course, the extra chances, the extra buff to my angel room. That was very close. Why was that such a big boost? That gave me +0.5? That's massive. What? Was that a glitch? A bug? An unintended feature? Whoa. Hey. Bye. This is not a bad first keeper run, I gotta say. Although, it could still end at almost any moment. A second the devil, I'll keep that in mind. Oh, yeah, and I should have looked at the map. Oh well. Penny? Penny. No. No penny for me. Penny. Penny! And I'll keep some... I'll keep one of those at least. I'll come back for it later, possibly. I hope, if I remember. Ugh. Yeah, okay, I'm not surprised that that's how things turned out. That's nice, but I don't really have... Oh. Okay, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna put me into the item room, which is very nice. That is not terrible, but neither of those are great. So I'm gonna start bombing. A bomb. Nice. Spider baby. That's fine. I'll take you. Spider mod, excuse me. It's the spider baby transformation that I'm thinking of. Ooh. Nice. I don't actually remember what the color of pill was that gave me tears up now. I'm upset at myself. I told you I'm tired, though. So, you know, I can't be blamed for my own actions here. That was very close. More keys, thanks. Yeah, I'll take you. And I didn't even get the... whatever. What I'll do is I'll... Curse of the Maze. Cool. Well, I kind of wanted the world for next floor, but cool. Whatever. It's fine. Actually, I'm not even sure I'll use it on this boss. The devil, that is. I'll just keep it for... I guess Hush, really. Because I'm scared of Hush. How very kind of this guy to not be too in my face with his spawning of those little dudes. Well, there's the damage that I was hoping for, and of course, now my penny is gone. Oh, but I can go in here. Oh yeah, it costs money now, doesn't it? Where was I in talking about armor? So, right, Terraria does some interesting things with buffs. That was what I was saying. More of a tangent. Oh, and there go all of my flies. This is gonna be an oddly shaped map, isn't it? Maybe not that oddly shaped, but... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Give me penny. Give me penny, please. Range down. Oh. This is not good. Oh. Oh. Please give me a penny. I'm dying over here. Who's left? Okay, brains. That's fine. That's not a penny. I'm sweating. I would be so sad if I accidentally pushed myself into that fire. Penny. Now, I don't actually know whether I've healed 1 or 2, though. But at least I have 1 more health. And... oh, I didn't even pick up the item from last floor, which would have... I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, now I'm definitely at full health. Also... boss rush? Question mark? Whoa. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. There we are. I'm tempted to actually try the boss rush. I'm tempted. I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be, but I am. And I could double it up. Oh. Oh, man. Go, go, go. That I can use. I can use this. I'm being smart about this. I'm gonna be very smart about this. I'm gonna say it's over here. That's probably not close enough. Well, I didn't mean to get that, but that's okay. I have enough for 1. I'll take the car battery. Oh, this would be such a good I shouldn't. I shouldn't do the boss rush. I really shouldn't. I'm not going to. I'm in control. Okay. Just focus. Oh, that's not focusing. He's finally dead. Okay, good. Ugh. Ugh. You know, I could just check, and having to walk through spikes for those? No thank you. Ugh. Okay. Anyway, the thing with video game armor systems is that they need to be intuitive. And actually that goes for a lot of video game systems. Ugh, good. They really do need to be as intuitive as possible, because the point of the game is not to just try and figure out the armor system or other basic systems. It should be to figure out the game's more advanced systems that are built off of those that you get to, you know, later, basically. Ooh, okay. I'm good. We're good. Yeah, we're good. Nice. I enjoy that. Whoa. Oh, okay. Is it here? No, interesting. I thought it would be. I'll save you because money is meaningless to me now. Money is of no object. I needed to remember to... Ah! Uh-oh. Go on, go on. There we are. Why is that middle... I did it again. I did it again. Why is that middle one so scary compared to the two side ones? The middle button I pressed. Anyway, when designing a system, especially for something rather simple, quote-unquote, like armor, you need it to be intuitive. It needs to be intuitive because players need to not spend that much time figuring it out. But that can be difficult when it's a rather nuanced system. Which do you use? Do you use the... Oh, don't explode in my face. Good. Do you use a scaled down damage armor system or a system where you... no thanks. Ooh, ooh. Also, this is not great for Hush. I'll be honest, I don't have much going for me. Although, regen is nice, I suppose. Do you scale down or do you subtract off a chunk of damage first? That is the question. And the answer is... Oh, nice. Oh, there really isn't much of one. It's subjective. And yet, this does matter a lot because, if you ask me, before researching any of Minecraft's exact formulas for how its armor system worked, I would have told you that I was kind of frustrated with it. Obviously, the more armor, the better, duh, and that still applies, but it's not too obvious how that applies, with Minecraft at least. But looking into it, I was actually very impressed by their armor toughness system. Yeah, what? Okay. Cool. Sorry I asked. Okay, that's fine. So, with all of these systems, with different... Whether you do a damage down scaler or a subtracted off amount of damage per armor point, I shouldn't grab that, but okay, we're fine. Okay. It's actually surprisingly easy to get unbalanced with some of these systems. Oh, I don't want to risk that. Not right now. I really thought I knew what those colors were, though. No! Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can still get through this. Nice. I have a method of recharging my battery without... Okay. Without needing to back out. Sorry. That didn't make a whole lot of sense. I have a method... Oh, I didn't even get any pennies so far. Oh, no. Also, this is the final chance for Mega Satan. Okay, that's nice. It's not a penny. Please? Good. Final chance at... Oh, maybe I should have just used him. Where's the... I don't even know... I guess you'd be up there somewhere. The super secret room. This is my last chance at health. No? It could also be in the battery room. It looks like I'm at the far right edge of the map, which is why I don't think it's up near the boss, especially. I could be wrong about that. Also, I could try here. Forgot about that. Oh, I regen health. Yay! I'd missed that. Oops. Anyway, it's surprisingly difficult to actually balance systems, regardless of which system you go with, or a combination of both. It's hard to balance. It takes a genuinely impressive amount of effort to craft any well-balanced game to begin with, but there are a lot of special considerations when it comes to something like armor, and how... Uh-oh. And that's a health up. Nice. Oh. And that's Mega Satan key, at least. Now let me go grab this before I forget. Ugh. Ugh. Again, surprisingly difficult to balance these sort of things. I know because I've developed mod packs where I've tinkered quite a bit with weapons and armor and stuff, and seen how it all works. Nice. Monstro's lung is kind of crazy. Oh, my range isn't great though. And I have to take Little Dumpy. I have to. I'm required to, in fact. I don't want to risk that. Can't I just get a Tears Up pill again? Oh yeah, it doubled. Right. Cool. Well, that wasn't really worthwhile, was it? Yeah, the only one I know is Addicted. I'm good. I'll leave the pennies around, and here we go. I should have saved that. Oh well. I'm gonna need to really lock in here. What makes it so difficult to balance is that in a system where everything is scaled, you need to make sure that... well, the gist of it, regardless of which system you're using, the difficulty in scaling or in balancing comes down to how closely matched is the player's attack damage compared to the enemy's attack damage. And there are... even when those two things scale with each other pretty closely, if you have any sort of resistance systems or weakness systems, it can still get out of hand in terms of how drastically different those two numbers become in certain scenarios. And again, you need to really strive for intuitiveness in the whole system. I am now very glad that I got the auto turret baby. That's his name, right? He should be able to handle some of this for me, right? 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 Also, Jacob's Ladder is handling the rest. Very nice. Whoop. Thank you, Lil Dumpy. So, uh-oh. So how does Minecraft's armor system work in particular? Why was I upset at it first, and then pretty happy with it after figuring it out, after looking it up, and particularly appreciating the armor toughness system? So, in order to handle basically balance concerns with Minecraft, the system is an unusual approach, all in all. No! Oh. If I live long enough, which is a big if now, because he's gonna... Okay, that's fine. Uh-oh. I need to live long enough. Oh, to regen. Yes! I think I have won at this point. It's... Oh! Oh, man, okay. Good. Oh. That is honestly one of the hardest ones. The one that I was concerned about the most. Range up. Nice. Oh, now I will always start with 3 heart containers. Oh. Alright. My main goal, I mean, I want to beat the chest, but just beating Isaac would be a massive win. Ugh. And I'll leave you because I am smart about it. Isn't that right? Where did he go? Oh. Another nickel. Remarkable. Oh. So, with Minecraft's system in particular, before the introduction of armor toughness, I shouldn't have grabbed that one, oh well. There's this sort of balanced concern that armor was actually too good, that... Oh. No. Okay. Whatever. That high damaging attacks weren't actually dealing enough damage to players. That if you had the best armor in the game was more or less too easy. That's what was going on. If I beat Hush, I should be able to beat Isaac, right? Right? Oh. Uh-oh. Lil Dumpy's attacks, his shots keep confusing me. Makes me scared. So, what just did that much damage? Well, nice. Let me go and get those nickels again. Why not? So, in order to remedy this, what they effectively did is added a second stage to the damage calculation. This is the gist of how armor toughness works in Minecraft. You have an incoming attack that's doing a certain amount of damage, and the first thing that happens is that the amount of damage in the attack actually eats away temporarily, just for the sake of this calculation in particular, eats away at your total armor points. I almost went to Delirium accidentally. That would have been tragic. Wooden Nickel is the biggest win. Oh. I don't mind Dirty Mind. God's Flesh is pretty good. Depression is pretty good. Gotta say, gotta admit. Just wait until Depression 2.0. It's even better. It's even funnier the second time. So the damage eats away at your armor score first, and then the armor eats away at the remaining, or the damage, and then actually applies the scaled down damage reduction like you'd typically expect of a lot of armor systems. So it's a two-step calculation. The damage destroys the armor, and then the armor destroys the damage. These guys should be friends. Why aren't they? Ow. They are friends. Oh. And I think that system actually works really, really well, because what this means is then that for most armor pieces in the game, as they've designed it, most armor pieces add armor points, but not armor toughness, which reduces general damage unless you're dealing with a very high damaging attack. If you are experiencing a very high damage attack, it will eat away at your armor points all the same, but then Diamond and Netherite in particular actually add armor toughness points, effectively reducing the armor penetration. Yeah, I'll take that. And making it so that less of your armor points are eaten away by high damage attacks. And I think that system is pretty clever and pretty neat, because it does allow high damage attacks to still matter. Oh. Ow. That worked in my favor quite a bit. Vomiting up my own pennies. Cool. Okay, bud. That's neat. Very cool, very cool. Thank you for sharing. Ow! Stay away from me. Now stay close to me. Oh, is that poison damage? Is that what's happening? Oh, no. No. Okay. Sweet. Main objectives are now done. Up next is Mega Satan, and then Delirium, of course. But, this is... This is funny. That's comedy right there. I guess I'll have to go for Mega Satan another day. Yeah, I forgot about that. Deep Pockets! Anyway... Yeah, balancing games is hard, and armor systems are kind of neat when you really dig into why they were designed the way they are, and how they work and interact with weapons and damage and all that stuff. And yeah, I think the armor toughness thing is pretty neat, because it allows high damage attacks to deal more damage to players with a lot of armor than they would otherwise. That way, especially with something like PvP combat, even if you're fully kitted out, you can still receive a fair amount of damage, and that of course goes both ways if it's something like PvP. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It's a nice break talking about something not super duper serious today, and that was a very good run, even though I died in the end, which is a shame, but who knows, maybe I would have died in the Mega Satan fight anyway. I probably wouldn't have, but I probably would have died in Delirium, to be honest, because that fight as the Keeper sucks. But that's the Keeper done for the moment, and those are two of his three unlocks, or two of his three upgrade unlocks, and the two more important ones, in fact. The third one just means that I can enter shops for free without spending keys, which is nice, but is nowhere near as good. So that'll do it for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you again next time. Take care. Bye bye.